Well, hello folks, welcome to episode 2 of our 21st season here at RFC Liege. I'm the Custard Prophet. This is above standard. I am absolutely thrilled, as you can see behind me, with how this season has gone. We've had one loss in the league, or maybe two. No, maybe two losses, I forget now. But that one of those games was one that you saw. So hopefully, as we come back here against top of the table Genk, we won't lose this one again, because it is a toughie. We've got an A+ from the board, and as things stand, we are still above standard by 2 points. Yeah, absolutely crazy. 49 points at this stage, far better than we have ever done before. But let's look at the results. Yes, so we have lost 2, but neither of which were against the decent quality opposition, really. So yeah, that is the game you saw against Mechelen. A disappointing 1-0 loss in a game that we probably deserved to get a draw out of. We then took all of our anger into the next game, home against Charleroi. Beat them 6-1. Ken Becks with 4 goals. Julien and Albert. We played Genk away in the next game in the Cup, and, well, we lost. They had a player sent off, but they were better than us and deservedly won through that. But after that, it has all been good stuff. We played Antwerp straight after that, beat them 4-0. Kraus with an absolute stonker from outside the box. Albert with a couple, and Julien. Then following that, Zult Vargem at home. 2 from Rico Bailey and an own goal, but it looked like it should have gone to Becks, but it was an own goal. STVV, they were no way, they weren't able to stop us. Ken Becks with 3 and Julien with another goal. Then against Anderlecht, and this was an absolute cracker of a game. 5-3 winners we were. Kraus, another stonking goal. Albert with a couple. Bailey and Becks. Becks had a pretty slow game, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, we won that fairly comfortably, 5-3. It didn't look comfortable at the start, but yeah, it was a good old victory. And then away against Kortrijk, actually we were the better side here, just didn't put our chances away, which was disappointing. We had a friendly against Brebeek, which is a bird made of cheese, I guess. And then we most recently have played Cercle Bruges, beat them 3-0, Julien Becks and Albert. And then Union away from home, beat them 2-0, Bailey and Becks. And I have to say, that game, they outplayed us, but we did what we needed to do. And I guess what's been quite amazing about this, it's not been all straightforward. We've had our difficulties, we've had injuries and suspensions. As you can see, we've got Metzger back there, but he missed a big chunk of those games. He actually came back for the game against Anderlecht, believe it or not. But and that was the one where actually he conceded a couple of maybe slightly dodgy goals. But before that, we had Francis Bonnet in goal, and you look at this: 7.8, 7.3, 7. Something 7.3. Even though we lost that one, do you see how many games actually so he played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Bonnet did, and only conceded 2 goals, 1 goal in the league. We were really, really good. Actually, it's not been too much worse actually than Metzger after that, but it's because of that. It's been really impressive to see how we've played. We've Van Hout, the left back, he's been out for ages. Let's have a look at the squad. We're just at the end of January, but you can see, that Van Hout has just come back. He's only played 6 games this season, and we've been reliant on Tobias Kraus, this young German. And he is developing into quite an effective left back. He's got a bit of pace, and certainly is able. He's got a decent shot on him as well, which he's only got 9 there, but my God, he scored some goals. So Francis Bonnet's had to play a few. We've had issues with Canna. He's out on international. Internationals at the minute in the African Cup of Nations, so he's been away for a while. We've just had Karabatic out for age, so we're missing our second and third centre backs. So we're having to play Renato Rice today in that position. So it's all been a bit of a balancing act. Also got Peter Williams out with a cold. You can see we've had bids coming for the players. You can see Metzger's currently, there's a bid in for him. We're trying to avoid getting rid of anybody until next season, because I genuinely believe we could potentially do this. The way we're playing, this is a big one, I think. But if we win through this game, we are in better form than all those teams around us. They've all dropped points where you'd least expect them to. So hopefully we can continue playing some decent football and push ourselves. So we've only drawn away at Ghent 1-1, away at Standard 1-1. Yeah, I mean, it's an impressive season, a really impressive season. And look at our goal difference compared to anyone else. And the reason for that is we actually have 2 goal scorers, both of whom are scoring a bunch of goals. So are we ready to get into it? We're going to play top of the league Genk. It's going to be hard, but if we can win this, and that is a big if we can win it, we will go top of the league, and we're over halfway there. So we're well over halfway there, actually. We've got 34 games, so there'll be 12 games remaining after this. Let's get through to the match, and we will see what is going on. Alright then, here we go. Massive match as Charleroi are playing Standard at the same time. I'm not sure how this is going to go. I'm hoping we can carry on our excellent form. We've got the 2 strikers who've been very, very good for us, both playing. I think the important thing is we haven't had Bex out injured. I think if we lose Bex, I think we'd struggle to get the results. Even though we're getting goals from elsewhere, he's such a good player up top. He provides us with the threat over the top, which I think pulls their defence in a lot more different directions and allows perhaps some of the other goals to be scored. So Standard did win their game over Charleroi. Now, if we can win this, we will end up ahead of both Standard and Genk, which would be very, very nice. You can see we are 10 points ahead of Ghent, 13 points ahead of Anderlecht. It's a mad thing. So team we're going to be going out with is Bex and Albert up top. Albert's been brilliant. Bailey's done a brilliant job on the left. Julien has been good on the right. Munier and Robert in the centre, with Kraus, Kaliskan, Rees and Bolan across the defence, with Metzger in goal. So it's not our very, very best lineup. There's definitely we're a little weaker at the back than we might be, but we're pretty good going forward here, so hopefully that will be enough. Right, super excited to see how this goes as we walk out on the pitch. We're going to shout and encourage early on and see what we do. Well, Ramos there finds the striker there. Celso's got it at the back, but it looks like they're going to have the first chance. Timmermans. And ooh, I don't know. Was that onside? It bounced around. It was lucky as heck that it found him. And we're 1-0 down here, but look at this. Looks like the encourages just happened. So that's fine. But Timmermans puts the ball in here. I guess if it came off us. That's the thing. So we're 1-0 down. That's not what I wanted. Come on, Lima into De Vos. And we have beaten them away from home, which is impressive. Oh, that was brilliantly done. Bailey picks it up. We at least need to draw this. Well, Celso with a corner. Oh my God, we've had another one that's just kind of bounced in. Been a bit unlucky, I think, today. Not really created much ourselves, but the 2 things we've seen have just been the deflections that have kind of bounced in front of people. It's an own goal, was it? it's that. I mean, it's a good header first of all, but we're 2-0 down. Well, not what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a really good display for you all to see, but the last time you didn't get that, and this time we've seen very, very little going forward. I think we're going to have to be a little bit more positive in the second half and just try and carve out one or two more chances. There's no one really having a good game, which has been very unlike us. We're going to keep things as they are for now, and we'll see what we can, if we can do something after the second half. Or say, show me something else for the second half. We motivate them all. Let's try and push them on with that positive and an encouraged shout. We have got a corner here, Meunier. It's in, it's Albert, 13th of the season. And that's what we want to see straight from the kickoff, more or less. It's 1-2 and only 49 minutes on the clock. Can we turn this all the way around and get back on level terms? We've got a throw in, and Bex has got it. Maybe you get to see his brilliance. He just finds Robert. Sensible play. Back to Robert. Lovely ball through. Bex finds it through to Bailey, and Bailey, he's hardly missed one of those, and that was a big chance, and we have not managed to collect it. Right, I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring on Jacques Watt there, and I'm going to bring on Gavilan Auvray, who is very hit and miss, but when he's a hit, it's good. Right, last change, Van Hoot is coming on for Kraus, and we're going to push our fullbacks on attack, I think. Just try and push them into creating one or two more chances. Well, that's really disappointing. A much better second half, as you can see. Actually created a bunch of chances in the second half, and almost got the XG back to where we needed, but two pretty unlucky goals, really. Ball bouncing around, and just found the right person for them to give them, and that was everything they had. You look at the rest of the chance that they had, there's nothing to speak of there. I think we had the opportunity right at the end there from Rico Bailey, who could have scored. It wasn't right at the end, but sort of halfway through the second half, he was clean through. I think he maybe could have done a little bit better, and that probably would be the deserved result 2-2. But we've lost against top of the league, which is disappointing, and we sit now behind standard. So that is not what I was after. Hopefully, for the final game of the season, you will actually see us win a game, considering we've virtually not lost a game all season. But yeah, how does this happen? But yeah, very, very frustrating the way that played out. But we still sit 10 points ahead of Ghent at the minute, so we're not worrying about falling into out of this top four at the minute. We just need to keep this going. I really want to push standard all the way. Right then, folks, we'll leave it there. Next time round, we'll be playing the final game of the season, and we'll have a chance, potentially, we're just 1 point behind them, to go above standard. We need to play better than we did today, create a little bit more than we did today. I think defensively we were surprisingly okay. It was just going forward we were lacking ideas, which has certainly not been the case recently. Yeah, and that sums it up. That was rubbish, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh dear. Anyway, folks, we'll have better for you next time, but I'm really, really enjoying playing this save at the minute. It's always nice when you start winning, and particularly 21 seasons in, and you look like you might do something. Maybe not so anymore, though. Right, I'll see you on the next one. Please like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you very, very soon. Goodbye.